All right. How about that finish for the Utah Jazz? Let's talk about the Warriors, the Jazz, that finish. Jordan Clarkson squared up on somebody. Let's talk about it. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, guys, that game was absolutely bonkers, and that's one of the craziest finishes, most unlikely finishes I've ever seen. That was unbelievable. We'll have to go through that play together because that was a blast. First, let's talk about the Warriors just a little bit. There were a few things about this Warriors team. Obviously, they had multiple players resting. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins. So they weren't playing their best players. The Jazz also had players resting. Mike Conley, Lauri Markkanen. You could kind of feel the absence of Lauri Markkanen in a big way. Obviously, you could feel the Warriors not having their three best players as well. Anyways, for this Warriors team, I was interested to see. We got to see a little bit of James Wiseman, just 5 minutes. That is all. That is all that Steve Kerr trusts him is 5 minutes. He's pulling a card from Quinn Snyder's deck and how he plays James Wiseman. 5 minutes, he took 2 shots and made one of them. He had 3 points. Was a -3 for the game. He was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. I don't know what to think about James Wiseman. I thought he would be so much better than this, but he has played so little basketball when you consider his time with, I believe it was Memphis, and then he goes to Golden State. He's been dealing with injuries. He has not honestly played much at all, including college. And so I just don't know how to expect this guy to develop if he just never plays. He needs a new team. I'll be honest. He needs to go somewhere else so he can actually play, but play and be bad because he needs time on the floor to believe in himself. Cause there's just no way he's got the confidence right now to get better. How would he? But anyway, so there's not much you can take from this game with Wiseman. He's certainly not dominating, guys. He's certainly not dominating the game like you thought he would when he came out, because my goodness, the physical tools are unbelievable with him. And then he has the flashes of a game that would be really interesting, but we just don't see it. We don't see it. So, as everyone, let's pull actually, while I'm doing that, let's bring up PrizePicks and talk about PrizePicks. Guys, have you signed up for PrizePicks tonight? I've won 2 in a row. I won 2 in a row now. It's going great for me. We were having a little bit there where I was a little unlucky. I lost 2 in a row with a total of 3 points. So believe me, I was a little sad, but I've won 2 in a row. You guys can go to PrizePicks, go use promo code HoopsNerd and sign up. They will match up to 100 for you. Go do it. It's free money. It's free. Go do it. And it helps me, supports the channel. Go to use promo code HoopsNerd. I would appreciate it very much. Very much. And to those who have signed up already, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, so let's just go through the Warriors here a little bit. Klay Thompson, I don't know, man. He is really struggling, and he's not the defender that he used to be. He took 25 shots to score 22 points, so he was 4 for 11 from 3, 36%. And some of this could be that he's just missing 3 of his best players. And Klay Thompson has never been a big-time kind of ISO scoring type. And so this is all kind of based off of playing off of Jordan Poole. But 32% from the field is pretty rough. He did hit his threes. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. This is a tough game for him because who else is really creating plays for him? You don't have Draymond Green setting him up. You don't have Steph Curry. You don't have basically those are their 2 other big playmakers, and so he didn't have them. Michael Green, I don't know. He's one of those guys that you look at the percentages. He's the anti-analytics guy to me because he'll hit a high percentage from 3 in the offseason, and everyone says, "Oh, let's go get JaMychal Green," and then he plays, and you're like, "Eh." Kevon Looney was in this game. He played basketball for 29 minutes. I don't have much else to say. He's just a solid starting big in the NBA. That's pretty much it. I picked the over on Jordan Poole because Steph and Draymond and Wiggins were out, and that was the easiest over on PrizePicks ever. You want to win your PrizePicks? Just go look at who's out and then who's going to get more possessions, get the over. It is like automatic every time. There's my little PrizePicks tip. But anyways, Jordan Poole scores 36 on 23 points. So 13 free throws for Jordan Poole. Look at that. What a night for Jordan Poole, who is he's a pretty high level ISO scorer and just playmaker in this league. This guy can absolutely fill it up. And it's nights like these that you see why they gave him that contract. I don't know what the future is with Jordan Poole and the Warriors, but man, that's a luxury when you have Steph Curry not play and you can have Jordan Poole come in and put up numbers like this. You'd like this to be a little more efficient from 30%. That's obviously not Steph, but who's Steph? But anyways, nice night for Jordan Poole, who was a +4 and a loss. Jonathan Kuminga was a +8 in this one. And I know a lot of Warriors fans out there, at least let me know in the comments, have been just super frustrated with the development of some of these guys. 29 minutes, though, 10 for 13 from the field. This guy is a menace. He was in that fight with Jordan Clarkson. This guy, I mean, you could tell he was under everyone's skin. He was just physical. He was ready to fight everybody. He was 10 for 13 from the field, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. I think Jonathan Kuminga has a chance to still continue to develop into something really nice. Physically, he's just impressive. Just size, athleticism, everything that he brings in terms of just physical tools is impressive. So if I'm the Warriors, I definitely don't give up on Kuminga because, 10 for 13 from the field, doing this kind of stuff is pretty nuts. 1 for 3 from 3. I don't have much else. Moses Moody he's a +11 for this one. That's actually, I didn't realize he was that high, plus minus. He was on the floor for all the best parts of the Warriors for this. So, and Anthony Lamb, I saw him play some nice defense, actually. This is a little surprising. He had that one nice defensive stand against Jordan Clarkson. So that's all I got to say about the Warriors. Shall we talk about the Utah Jazz and that end? Holy smokes. Let's do it. All right, the play of the game that matters the most. And by the way, welcome everyone to the chat. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already and you're a Utah Jazz fan, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. If you want to be a part of chat and be a part of the channel, either join or subscribe, do all of it. Anyways, it's time to talk about the Italian stallion, Simone Fontecchio. He said ciao to the Warriors tonight. Let's just look at that play. Let's dissect it. This is it right here. Dunk shot. That's an understatement. Okay. So we've got this right here. This play is actually, you've got 2 people, really 3 or 4 people involved in this play that make this happen. The first, Kelly Olynyk deserves a lot more credit than he gets because he's doing a good job here on the inbound. But then who is the play? I mean, really the play of this game is Nickeil Alexander-Walker strips the ball. He uses his long arms, reaches around. They're probably going to call it a foul on the L2M, but who cares about the refs? They're corrupt as hell. But anyways, he goes around, smacks the ball. It's loose. And this is the moment where Jordan Poole says, you're probably wondering how I got here. And it's because he didn't secure the ball. Anyways, that comes in. He knocks the ball loose. But then look, Kelly Olynyk doesn't just stand around and watch. Kelly Olynyk is a winning player. And he watches this and he gets involved immediately. Look at this. He's not just standing around watching. He's going in. And guess what? It's football at this point. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. And what does Kelly Olynyk do? Like a good offensive lineman blocking his man. He gets on that ball. Boom. He crushes him. And then Malik Beasley sees gold. He's like an Olympic speed skater. He sees it and he just, watch, he goes. Pick 6, baby. There's end zone. And Fontecchio's back here already. This is when the basketball instincts jump in. And he goes. Let's see. Where am I? Right here. Fontecchio's gone. Is this Moses Moody? This is the equivalent of being on the highway. Have you ever seen a moment where someone is deer in the headlights more than Moses Moody right here. The mood is death, and it's Moses' turn. He's watching the play. He doesn't go ball. He gets caught in no man's land. This is like that time I was at the Salt Lake City Stars tryout, and I played with Jonathan Tavernari, and he looked at me like Beasley, and he said, "That's fried chicken right there. The hoops nerd's dead." Moses Moody watches the play. Oh, it's over. It's over at this point. He chose not to do anything correct. He chose the wrong move. Have you seen Indiana Jones and what was it called? The Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is the moment when Indiana Jones, in his moment of faith, walks across the cavern. He enters the cavern of the Holy Grail. And right here is the Holy Grail. And in that, remember, the Templar said, choose your chalice. Well, Moses Moody chose the gold one and turned to bones like that one weirdo. And anyways, Malik Beasley chose the Carpenter's Cup, and he makes the right play. And we'll watch Moses Moody melt in front of our eyes. The Templar says he chose poorly. And Fontecchio gets the dunk. The crowd goes crazy. Crazy. This is the moment in the Salt Lake City Stars tryout when I was there, and I was more embarrassed than I've ever been in my life. It includes the moment when I got a breakaway layup and I fell down on the ground in front of Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal watched me fall down onto the ground. It was a bad moment in my life. And this was a bad moment in Moses Moody's life. It was a bad moment. But guess what? Ciao molto bene! Ciao! Ciao molto bene! Warriors! Boom! All of Italy stood up! Oh! Every single one. And then this right here is what I love the most. The Jazz fans are just absolutely going crazy. The Jazz bench is happy. And Jerry Sloan is somewhere watching us from above. Somewhere watching and enjoying this game. All right. Now that we're demonetized. Oh, there's the bookmarks. Where are we? Okay, we're here. This is the fun part about going live. This is the fun part about going live. Anyways, let's just go through it. What a game. What a play. What a game. That was fantastic. I hope you all are grateful to be fans of this team because that was one of the most fun finishes I've ever seen. The likelihood, I can't remember who it was. I think it was ESPN Stats. If you go to Twitter and go to ESPN Stats, they said the Jazz going into this being down with 10 seconds left on an inbound are like 1 in 718. The odds were not in the Jazz's favor. They were not. They were not. But the Jazz found a way. All right, story of this game for the Utah Jazz. Malik Beasley gets the start along with Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler gets the start instead. Yes, Alan Fulmer, 1 in 718. Walker Kessler gets the start over Jared Vanderbilt. That was kind of nuts. What is it like, Jazz fans, to have a coach that's willing to try different lineups? What's that like? What's that? What? You can change your starting lineup in the NBA? Is that something you're allowed to do? Apparently, allegedly, like that kid was like, apparently you can change your starting lineup, and apparently. But anyways, Malik Beasley gets the start with Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler gets the start because Kelly Olynyk can stretch the floor. By the way, is there any more core piece of this Jazz team than Kelly Olynyk? You know, Lauri Markkanen sits and Kelly Olynyk steps in, and well, let's see. We were talking about Beasley first, but look at this. Beasley had a big night. Starting lineup, 50% from the field, 44% from three, and 1 assist. But 1 assist. What an assist it was. Should we watch it again? Should we watch his 1 assist? Let's do it. I want to. I got to have it. It was 1 assist, but it's this one right here. That's pretty good. If you're going to have one assist, that's the type of assist you want, right? Right? That's what you want. All right. That's Malik Beasley. What a night for Malik. 18 points, plus minus a +6. Absolutely fantastic. It's blurry. David, it's blurry. Blurry. It's not blurry for me. It's not blurry for me. You know who it was blurry for? It was Moses Moody trying to defend the lane. That's what it was blurry for. Anyways, Kelly Olynyk, you've got to talk about Kelly Olynyk with this team. He is a core part of everything they do. 5 for 11 from the field. His 1 for 4 from 3 is fine, but he's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. But look at this. 5 assists. This is a big deal. He can do everything. He can do everything. So everything on the floor starts, he's just a centerpiece of this team because everything he does helps everyone else on the floor be better. And that is basically the mantra of this Jazz team. If you're like me, you're hoping for multiple top 10 picks, but this team has Kelly Olynyk on it, and so he's making me sad sometimes, but I'm sad. I'm happy to be sad, if that makes sense, okay? I'm happy to be sad. It's fun to win, and Kelly Olynyk helps you win. And if you want to lose games, well, then you might need to think about moving Kelly Olynyk, because if you don't, you are going to win more games than you lose. He's just a winning player. We got a new all-star. All right. You know what that means. When we have a new all-star, that means we pause and we come up with a nickname. Alexander Tufts, welcome to all-star. Playing like Lauri Markkanen. Playing like, we can't mention Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert because they are not involved. Alexander Tufts, welcome to the channel. Welcome. All right, guys, we need suggestions for Alexander's nickname on this team. When you join All-Stars, that means you're a producer of this show, and you get the shout-out at the end. Tough Shed, I like it. Built Ford Tufts, that's pretty good. I kind of like Tuftsness, because that's one thing that Tuff says F. I like that. Pretty good. Pretty good, Beegis. Pretty good, Beegis. Or is it Beegis? Beegis. Built Ford Tufts. But how can we make that more Jazz? I like that one thing. The Tufts get going. Build Ford Tufts. Does Alexander, do you have a preference? But anyways, toughness is one of the main aspects of this team. You've got Jordan Clarkson who's going to square up on you. You've got all these guys that are willing to fight for this team. Build might be the winner. What a first suggestion. Built Ford Tufts. I kind of like it. Let's see. Let's just do a poll here. Anyone else? Let's do it. We've got a few here. We got to create a poll. We've got to create a poll quickly. Let's see. Start a poll. Nickname. Let's do this. Built Ford Tufts. Let's see. What else did we get? Tufts, Shed. Toughed enough. That's kind of fun. Tufts AF. If he likes it, I think it's clever. Built Ford Tufts. Did you like it? Alexander, where are you at? All right. Did we have anything else? Tufts get going. I like that. Built Ford Tufts. Tough Shed. Awesome. All right. All right. There's the poll. Let me know. Alexander Tufts. I love them all. Well, Alexander, we love you. Okay. Welcome to All-Stars. Welcome to the channel. I'm kind of curious to see what everyone says here. I have a feeling we know what it's going to be, but we got Tough Shed up there. Someone likes Tough Shed. Come on, we just got 6 votes. That's it. Toughed enough. Built Ford Tufts. I have an affinity for AF due to my initials. Alan Fulmer. Well, Alan, you could join All-Stars, my man. I know there might be a nickname built in for you. Anyways, Built Ford Tufts. All right. Going once. Going twice. Boom. That's it. All right. With a pretty commandingly built Ford Tufts. 44%. Tough enough. Got close. The mail-in vote wasn't enough to get over the 44% for Bill Ford Tufts. He gets the win. Congrats to Alexander Tufts for joining All-Stars, baby. Built Ford Tufts. All right. Already lost my voice. I should probably be drinking more than Mountain Dew so I'm not so dehydrated. This channel brought to you by Mountain Dew. All these are empty. Where were we? All right. Walker Kessler gets the start. Walker Kessler gets the start, and all he does is go 5 for 6 from the field. My goodness, we're already demonetized. Look at this, 5 blocks. He starts and he gets 5 blocks. By the way, Bowler mentioned it. I don't know. Bowler's lost his fastball a little bit with his announcing, but I still like Bowler. But he said something, and he said blocker Kessler, or he said block. Yeah, and Walker blocker Kessler. Walker blocker, Skywalker blocker. But anyways, blocker Kessler was kind of fun. I don't know. What do you guys think? Blocker Kessler, are we fans? In fact, let's just do another poll here. I'm curious because this is scientific, but there's some good nicknames out there because we know Walker Kessler Ranger, so that's obviously going to be on here. But I thought blocker Kessler was kind of funny. And they had that segment the other day where it was Kessler. By the way, that one picture of Kessler going like, that is like my favorite picture of Walker Kessler. That's why I used it on the thumbnail. Blocker Kessler and then Skywalker. And then how about Sky Blocker? All right, guys, I've just asked you, but I'm going to let that poll run. I want to see what you all have to say. But Walker Kessler is looking like a high-level player. Look at this. He plays 23 minutes and gets 5 block shots. That one block on Kuminga was out of this world because he is an absolute menace. He is a beast. Jordan Clarkson's not afraid of him, but man, that guy's big. That is a big man. He is not someone I would like to get in a scuffle with, but Jordan Clarkson's not afraid. But man, one of these was like so impressive. There was this block. This one right, or no, it wasn't Looney. Who was it? Was it Looney? Maybe it was Looney. Yeah, it was this one right here. Look at this. Right at, oh no, that wasn't it. Might have been Wiseman. Oh, not available. Put back layup here. Oh yeah, that was big time. That saved the game right there. Did you notice that, by the way? If you want to know, Kuminga was on everyone's nerves. Did you see that elbow from Nickeil Alexander-Walker? Watch that. Watch this. Whap! That was like, oh, you tried to dunk on me. This is my little chance. This reminded me of that time I was playing snow football and that guy ripped my shirt. And you can bet when I got that chance to get that hit in, I got that elbow in. And so did Nickeil Alexander-Walker right there. 5 blocks, though, for Walker Kessler. 5 blocks. 5 blocks. Fantastic. Just 12 rebounds. This is all in 23 minutes, too. He is, I mean, I think he's like a better version of Hassan Whiteside, guys. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. I don't know how we got this guy, and you could argue, I mean, honestly, someone mentioned it the other day. It might have been on here. It might have been on the channel, but someone mentioned Rudy Gobert and Walker Kessler at this same time. Walker Kessler is probably better than Rudy Gobert was at this point in their careers. That's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I don't know if Kessler has right now he's starting level center. Right? He just proved it tonight. Look at this numbers. And a plus minus of 0. I mean, he held his own while he was on the floor. This is not a bad thing. This means he held his own. You know? By the way, who led in plus minus? Malik, Beasley, and Colin Sexton, who went out with a hamstring. But anyways, I'm just impressed with Walker Kessler. He starts and it goes well. So the only thing with Kessler is he does not bring all the versatility that some of these other guys do on the offense. And so it's pretty nice. I don't have much else to say, but blocker. Oh, let's see the poll. How did the poll end up? Blocker Kessler with 59%. Do we have a new nickname for him? Blocker Kessler, baby. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. By the way, Blocker Kessler is better than James Wiseman. I can tell you that. I mean, I don't think you should count out James Wiseman because, my gosh, the ceiling with that guy is crazy if he can actually put it together. But, man, Walker Kessler is just a better player right now and probably in the future. I just don't – it's really hard for players who have injuries in their, like, first season, and especially someone like James Wiseman who hasn't played in college. He played, like, 2 games in college and then sat. I mean, it's really hard to develop at that point. You are playing catch-up, and it's hard. Because at a certain point in your career, you've got to put up or you're just – I mean, these guys – you're out of the league really quickly. The NBA is the hardest league to be a part of. It is so hard. You know, you have to produce, and there's like 14 roster spots per team. That's it. So if you don't produce, I mean, for example, you're on the Jazz, you've got to produce because guess what? Next season, the Jazz are bringing in 3 first-round picks, and those guys you can bet are going to be playing their hearts out to make that squad. If you aren't producing, the slope is slippery, man. The slope is slippery. And so it's, I mean, when you get a guy like Walker Kessler, who was a late first round pick, and he's this good, that's amazing. That's amazing. Jordan Clarkson, the best play of the night was the fight. That was the best play of the night. And then getting ejected, but you know who would have loved it? Jerry Sloan would have loved Jordan Clarkson. And I don't know. I don't know if we see Jordan Clarkson get, I mean, next game might be tough for the Jazz because if Jordan Clarkson gets everyone was like, well, it didn't look like a it didn't look like a flagrant foul. Well, I don't think they ejected him because of the foul. I think they ejected him because he did one of these. Which is amazing and also a little funny. By the way, the other part of that fight I loved, Malik Beasley was ready to go. Can we find this? We've already lost monetization tonight. So let's just do it. It was one of these. It's 20 field goals. But let's see. It was like this one right here, wasn't it? Yeah. Whoops. We already screwed up. We ruined the show. Here, let's pull this up. Can we pull it up? Right here. Right here.
Clarkson gets wrapped up, and now they go chest to chest, and they have to hold back.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, I love this right here. Guys, he didn't get a flagrant 2 for the foul. He got a flagrant 2 for being like... I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. But it is a little funny. It's a little funny. But it's amazing, and I love it. And Jordan Clarkson, he plays for keeps, man. And, but actually, oh man, we only have 2 seconds. Do we have enough of Beasley? Watch Beasley. He was not, look, we don't have this whole clip. That sucks. But he was not pleased. Because right after this, he like, look at this. He is ready to go. Look, yeah! Look at that! Oh, he was ready to go as well. I love that face right there. Look at that. He is like, get out of here. Get out of here. Alexander Tufts, they said the flagrant was for hitting his head. I think it was for squaring up. I think NBA referees are bad. They're bad at their jobs. And one of the, and this is neither here nor there. I just want to say that NBA refs are bad. My grandpa went to his grave calling them zebras. And I try to carry on the legacy of Grandpa Hansen hating referees with all your heart. With all my heart, Grandpa Hansen, I'm trying to carry on the legacy of hating the dirty zebras. The zebras, as Grandpa used to say. But anyways, sometimes the dirty zebras, what they will do is, let's say, because this was not a flagrant 2, and even the referees would tell you that. This was not a flagrant 2. But, This right here is kind of a hostile act. I'm not gonna lie. That is Jordan Clarkson has bad intentions, okay? He has bad intentions, and the ejecting Clarkson is, I mean, flagrant 2 gets you ejected, so that's why they do it. But really it was probably to create some sort of, because this is like chaos. This is chaos, okay? So I'm guessing that they will just, they say it was a flagrant 2 for hitting his head, quote unquote, but it was for this. It was for this, and it was probably to bring some sort of like order back to the game, because this is chaos. These guys were going at it all game. Kuminga was going at it with everyone all night. All night. Kuminga was a menace tonight. Kuminga had a great game. He did. He was just physical, and he was a beast. But anyways, we got our walkthrough of that. Where were we? Colin Sexton goes out with an injury. I was going to mention, I mean, we'll see. I don't know if Jordan Clarkson's going to get suspended. He's probably going to get another fine. He just got fined $15,000 for Tony Brothers being a moron, and now he's probably going to get another one for squaring up. We'll see if he gets suspended. I doubt it, although because it's like a second offense, I guess, within a short amount of time, we may be looking at a suspension. We may not, but Colin Sexton left with some sort of hamstring injury. It kind of looks to me like he got kicked or whatever. And that might be, hopefully it's not like a bone bruise or something, because that could be pretty long. My guess is he's probably going to not play next game. We'll see. We'll see. But Markkanen will be back. Put your prize picks on Markkanen next game. I'll just say that. But anyways, Sexton left early. Clarkson was ejected, and the Jazz still found a way to win. Why? Because of this Italian stallion right here. We've gone through the play already, but we've got to talk about Simone Fontecchio. This guy is turning into an offensive just stud. Absolutely a stud. 6 for 10 from the field, 60%. 3 for 6 from 3, 50%. He is shooting, I think, over 40. I think it's like 42% from 3. Let's just look. And the nice thing about NBA.com is I think it's real time. Basketball Reference is next day. For those of you basketball bloggers out there, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, 41.5% from 3. Man. I mean, this is great. And the thing about Fontecchio is when you're shooting this, then that means this needs to go up. 2.6 per game. I mean, when you're shooting 41% and he's playing just 9 minutes, so you can kind of spread that out. 5-6 threes a game you want him shooting, because that's just money. I mean, this right here is pretty nuts. And we did a preview before the season on this channel. If you subscribe, you would have seen it. But anyways, we talked about Fontecchio, and when you have these guys in the European League, it's sometimes just a question mark. Does it translate? Because they have different rules. 3-point line's not quite the same. It's close enough, but the NBA is a more athletic league. You have athletes in Europe for sure, but man, you've got just the best players in the world in the NBA. And so sometimes, guys, it doesn't translate. Sometimes it does. Simone Fontecchio, the shooting translates. Holy smokes. This guy can absolutely light it up. He is a volume efficient 3-point shooter. And there is multiple skills in the league that are super valuable. One is being a big, long, super athletic, lockdown defensive wing. That is like the number one. If you can get those guys, they are so valuable. That's why Kuminga, if you're the Warriors, you just don't trade Kuminga. Because that athleticism and that size on the wing, it just doesn't grow on trees. And that's why you got to use top 10 picks on those guys. Because, man, if those guys also learn how to shoot, then you've got Kawhi Leonard on your hands type thing. But anyways, Simone Fontecchio has the number 2 most desired thing. He is a just lights out shooter. And it's starting to just look very, very consistent. You put Fontecchio on the floor, he is lights out. Now, there's things that he needs to improve on. If Fontecchio wants to be a starter in the NBA, because I think he's already proven that he's rotation level already. I mean, he's flat out locked in rotation spot. I mean, he's basically beat out Rudy Gay. because we saw Rudy Gay play tonight. Why? Not because he was back from injury. It's because the Jazz had players sitting because Lauri Markkanen went out. Fontecchio's earned the spot, guys. Kind of crazy. Kind of amazing. He's a rookie. But 6 for 10 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3. But where you want to see the improvement is here. It's just 3 rebounds. The thing that's great about Fontecchio, too, is he's big. He's like 6'8". He has got really nice size. He's 6'8". So this shot is going to be there. And I guess, in theory, before the season started, we probably should have thought, I'm guessing that shot translates. Why? He's 6'8". You get bigger and you have that amount of shooting. It's just easier to get the shot off, And so he gets that shot off. He's comfortable shooting it. And my goodness, he is absolute. I mean, it's crazy. Lights out shooting. He did have that nice assist. So I think he's learning, and he was a +4 in this game. So 18 points for Fontecchio. Absolutely a just critical part of this Jazz win for the Jazz. The game-winning dunk. So he's a blast. He's absolutely a blast to watch, and he is an absolute flamethrower. I mean, there's no reason why he couldn't have a Kyle Korver type effect. Kyle Korver was an incredible shooter, but the other aspect that made Kyle Korver so great, he was like 6'7", 6'8". So he had incredible size, could get his shot off, and he was big. He was just big. Go look it up. He was big. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had a nice night. It's funny how he'll have he'll just lay a goose egg some games. And then some games he'll have like tonight. Look at this. 4 for 5 from the field. Absolutely a big part of this win. He goes 3 for 4 from 3. 3 for 4 from 3. So big night for him. Look at this. 7 rebounds for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's amazing. 4 assists, 3 steals, and the steal of the game. The Jazz don't win this game without Alexander-Walker. 100%. Because he's the one who makes the steal. And that's why, it's interesting. -11. That's kind of, I don't know. This right here is why sometimes plus minus doesn't tell the story. Because maybe he had a bad stretch and he just got off the court at the wrong time. But, I mean, the lowest plus minus, but he was absolutely a major reason the Jazz won. So, nice to see Nickeil Alexander-Walker show out and play well. And then Jared Vanderbilt, it's interesting. He played the same amount of minutes he typically does as a starter. You can go look at it. But this is the same amount. He plays about 20 to 25 minutes every night. And he does the same tonight. 2 for 3 from the field. He didn't take his corner 3 tonight. But he did have 4 rebounds and 1 assist. And I don't know. I actually thought it was interesting. There was one point in the game where the Jazz went to a zone. And they had Jared Vanderbilt up in the guard spot. So that's one thing that's so cool about Vanderbilt is how versatile he is defensively. He can literally defend every single position. Asler, we got a starter on our hands, baby. Welcome to starter. Asler, well, however you say it, but welcome to starter, my man. Welcome to the team. We've got a starting rotation player, kind of like Walker Kessler in Asler. All right, welcome to the channel. So anyways, Jared Vanderbilt, and plus, you know what? He was cheering at the end, and it's just nice to see this Jazz team who supports each other. It's just a fun team. It's an easy team to root for because they're so much fun. They play together. They assist the ball. And per usual, up there, upper 20s, when they're close to 30 team assists, it's great to see. And this team, one of the calling cards of this Jazz team is that they pass the ball. Don't forget, last season, and it was just one of the most depressing seasons ever, the Jazz averaged 22 team assists per game. The Jazz beat that every single night this year. So, welcome back, Asler. Welcome back, baby. But anyways, 26 team assists. It's fantastic. Fantastic. So, what a fun win or was that? Oh, no, great. That whole segment was stupid. Oh, no, the Jazz had 26. The Warriors had 26. I thought for a second I wasted a minute of my time. All right. I think that's all we got, guys. That's it. This was a fun win. What a fun win. What a fun team. What a fun day. By the way, Ochai Agbaji was on the floor and they got that big time steal. +4. In 25 seconds, he was a +4. So, I don't want to I don't want to tell Will Hardy what to do, but it kind of feels like if he played like 4 minutes, he'd be like, what's the math there? What's 4 times 8? He'd be like a plus 32, right? That's science, that's math, and that's the truth. So play Ochayabaji. Play Ochayabaji. I want to see him play more. Oh, awesome. All right. Well, we got Built Ford Tufts on the team now, and you know what time it is. Let's see. Did we prepare? We didn't. We didn't prepare like we should have. We absolutely didn't. But we're for those familiar with the channel, they know what time it is. Let's just get started. Good to be back, guys. We had a 4-day rest. We have a day off tomorrow. I hope you guys hit the showers, get ready, because we got a game in 2 days. I actually coach tomorrow night. My team is killing it. We're going to go with Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. All right. Let's give a shout out to our All-Stars, baby. Can you hear me? Is it too loud? What's the sound like? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? All right. I don't know. We're probably fine. Can you even hear me? Okay. All right. Let's give a shout out. Oh, wait. We got to pull it up again because we're new. Oh my gosh, here we go. All right, let's give it out. Let's give a big time shout out to our new All-Star, Built Ford Tufts, Alexander Tufts, Ryan Perry the legend, Jared Chanderbilt, Chantheric, Jorge Arrizaga, mi amigo de Bajo, Baby Elliott Matson, Jordan the Goat Besserell, Just Buckets JB, Zap Watts, Total Game Domination TGD, Christian House Money to Haas, Tyson Price, the price is right. X marks the spot for Zintas, Joshua Hansen, the Danish Destroyer, Ezekiel Raisibe, the man from down under, Austin R. Grant, editor extraordinaire, Donald Schooley, schooling all of us, DW to CB, Darren Williams to Carlos Boozer, Patrick Akubo, the connoisseur. I'll be seeing you Friday, Patrick, Robert, Hall of Fame. How's that for fun? How's that for a Jazz win? Just right, but you just thank you, my friend. I'm trying to get these sounds right. I have to do it live. It's hard for me to, like, acclimate. So, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel right this moment. Hit the button right now. Do it. And if you want to join All-Stars, if you want to join starters, if you want to join rookies, just hit the button right there. I think it says join. There's some sort of button here. Hit all of them. Hit all of them. And if you haven't already, go to PrizePicks and sign up with promo code HoopsNerd. Guys, the Jazz are a lot of fun. Win or lose, it's a fun season. They win, it's fun. They lose, our draft picks get better. There is no downside to the season. There is no downside. I just thought I spit on myself. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. All right? Woo! What a night for the Jazz. Well, thank you for joining the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Go Bear on Friday, baby. I didn't even know. I'll be there for Go Bear. I'll be there for Go Bear. All right, guys. I'll talk to you next time.